Viral rivals. That's how it is going to be for all of the teams who have managed to reach this far of the competition. And of course, we're talking about the semifinals. Ito, magsisimula tayo. Ladies first, syempre, Adamson versus Arellano, to be followed by a match in the semifinals in the men's UST versus FEU. Back-to-back yung men's natin, LaSalle versus Ateneo. And then FEU laban sa College of St. Benilde to cap things off para sa ating unang araw ng semifinals. At nandito tayo sa Playtime Phil Oil Center in San Juan. Magandang umaga, Benji Santiago. Kasama ko si Chiki Pablo. Kalaay mo nga naman, semis na tayo.
Oo nga, bilis ng oras.
That's right. Ano? Well, eto, tingnan muna natin ang ating playoff bracket. Actually, kung tutuusin, last Monday, we played the final day ng ating preliminaries kung saan, eto, ganito ang nangyari. Nagkaroon na ng mga posisyon kung paano sila magbabakbakan at magtatagpo dito sa semis.
Yeah, and of course, pagka semifinals, it's 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. And, you know, we can expect a lot of power plays, tight rallies, at saka mga service pressure sa larong ito.
Yes, and speaking of some of those mga ganong klaseng ball games na makikita natin rito, we take a look at of course ito nga, kupunan nga ng Adamson. Nagkaroon tayo ng medyo mahabang break no?
Oo.
Hindi pa nga na actually talagang natapos yung ating preliminaries and then it happened just last Monday. Pero etong Adamson, September 7 pa, and look at their mastery over Ateneo in that particular game.
Right. You know, they won this match in 3 sets. At saka makikita mo yung attack points, yung block points, at saka ang kanilang service aces talagang nanaig against Ateneo de Manila. So you can expect much of that in this game today or even more dahil semifinals na.
Well, itong looming superstar, kung hindi man siya superstar na already, we're talking about Shai Nitura and what she can do and how she is leading Adamson in all of the games that they have played here sa ating V-League.
Yeah, and you know, si Nitura walang takot whether receive, block, or hits, ano siya, leader.
That's
and she's
right.
very vocal in the floor, on the floor.
Yes. Ito namang kapunan ng Arellano, last Monday lang, they were able to play and finally cinch a spot in the semifinals. Of course, natalo nga lang sila sa CSB, pero being at number 4, kasama ka pa rin dahil top 4 ngayon kukunin.
Yeah, but you know, I love the way Arellano plays. They're, mabilis kumilos, very resilient, matapang. So you could also expect a lot of that, especially with the team that they have. The chemistry, makikita mo sa kanila. As you can see, yung attack points dito is mas maliit, no? Mas mababa than CSB. Pero ang blocking nila, 7 is a good number as against the 10 of CSB. But their service aces, that's really service pressure, kailangan mo talaga yan dahil dyan mo guguluhin ang opensa ng kalaban mo.
Leading the way for them, Crisanta Servidad and her output in that particular game and how she expects to lead naman etong Arellano facing the number 1 team here in the semifinals.
Yeah, she scored 19 points in the last game, 15 attacks, 3 aces, and a block. So more of that coming from her today.
Well, of course, once again, ito nga, ladies first nga tayo. It's Adamson versus Arellano. Welcome to the semifinals. We'll be right back with the match right after this break.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Playtime Phil Oil Center in the city of San Juan. This is the V-League 2025 Women's Collegiate Challenge, where it all started. This is match number 29 of the tournament, game number 1 of the semifinals between the number 1 team, Adamson University Lady Falcons, and their opponents, the 4th ranked Arellano University Lady Chiefs. And now introducing the 2 referees officiating this match. Our first referee is Joven Racelis. Second referee, Orlando Ortega, international referee candidate. Let's now meet the starters. First, for the Adamson University Lady Falcons, outside spiker number 1, team captain Shaina Nitura. Middle blocker number 3, Third Tudao. Middle blocker number 5, MG Del Moral. Outside spiker number 13, Frances Mordi. Setter number 14, Faye Sagaysay. And opposite hitter number 18, Abby Segi. Starting libero is number 12, Juris Manuel. The head coach for Adamson is John Philip Yude. And now the starters for the Arellano University Lady Chiefs. Middle blocker number 2, Sam Tira Tira. Outside spiker number 7, Laika Tudlasan. Outside spiker number 10, Marian Padillon. Middle blocker number 13, Faye Mangupan. Setter number 15, Kat Dumasig. And opposite hitter number 18, Chris Servidad. Starting libero is number 12, Harem Cepalios. Head coach for Arellano is Roberto Javier.
And taking a look at the starters para sa Adamson, as usual, syempre, inaasahan talaga natin Shaina Nitura will be right there. Hindi ko alam kung pinagpapahinga pa ito. You know? Juris Manuel, Sagaysay. There's also Frances Mordi, Tudao, and Abby Segi. And of course, para dito naman sa Arellano, well, Chris Servidad, we already talked about her at the top of our coverage. Sam Tira-Tira, Laika Tudlasan, Marian Padillon, Faye Mangubat, Kat Dumasig, and Harem Ceballos. For, of course, head coach Roberto Javier. Again, andito nga po kami sa Playtime Phil Oil Center in San Juan. Walang maliligaw. Alam nyo na yan, nung Lunes pa. And here we go with the opening set. And it's Arellano who gets themselves first on the board dito, Chiki.
Yeah, you want to start strong, kaya puntos agad dito for Arellano. That was a good setup, good dig before that whole last play was done.
In the meantime, Mordi, there was coverage in back row. And that sailed out for that attack.
Oh, Tudlasan wanted to avoid the blockers, kaya lang masyadong mataas yung bola niya, kaya lumabas.
So standoff at 1, tabla in the opening set that we have. So take a look at that cross court, one familiar move for Shaina Nitura, also a cross court, but Chris Servidad. Well, there's plenty of sauce on that attack as it went wide.
Yeah, mga early points pa naman, so both teams are adjusting. They're trying to find out paano ba ang galaw, ang kilos ng kalaban.
In the meantime, there's our first from Francis Mordi, a service ace.
Yeah, that was a good serve from Mordi. Nasabi na nga dito may sumigaw na outside, but sa sobrang bilis ng bola, they got it. Speaking of Arellano, but it went shank.
Oh, wow! Unbelievable back-to-back aces from Francis Mordi of Adamson.
And if you're from Adamson, sisiguraduhin mo na meron kang service pressure para walang magawa yung kalaban mo.
I can't even remember. I saw actually, dun sa YouTube channel nga ng V-League when Mitch Atuin was also mentioning matagal man nagkaroon ng bakasyon pero hindi naman siguradong nagbakasyon ito mga players. You gotta be kidding me. Francis Mordi taking control of this one. Nahatid sa atin ang Move It, ace of the set. Grabe makakabalik pa ba yung bola? Yun ang problema ng Arellano. Eto na naman. Oh, yun. Let's see if they can do yun at least.
Yeah, that was a good setup. If you have a good first ball, talagang paandarin mo na yung gitna mo.
And Sam Tira willing to be obliged to go for that attack. 2 serving 5. Again, this is the semifinals. Number 1, itong Adamson. Number 4, ang Arellano. Let's see how this is going to be done. Abby Segi. And it went long for that attack.
Yeah, too much firepower in the arm of Segi. Kulang lang ng wrist action to make that ball go down.
Pero sabi mo nga, ito yung mga early points pa lamang.
Oo, early pa lang to. Adjusting pa lang sila.
Yes, kinakalibrate pa.
Correct.
3 serving 5. Nice looking serve for Arellano. Shiny Tula!
Pag nandyan sa harap si Nitura, kailangan as blockers babantayan nyo because more often than not, the ball's gonna go to her. And yon, one of the examples kung bakit nakalusot yung bola in between the blockers.
6-3 in favor of Adamson. Sam Tira. While it continues, it's going to be another score for Shiny Tura.
Yeah, again, Shiny Tura, the go-to player, the team captain of the Lady Falcons. And, when she's in front, yung confidence level mo, kung kakampi ka, mataas no?
Uh-oh. Over reception right there.
Good save.
Yes. Abby Segi trying to go back row. Again, meron coverage for Arellano that time. And this is getting to be a long rally here. Abby Segi. Ito naman, it's Arellano's turn with servidad. Ball still up here for Adamson. Shy. And she gets another point. And just like that, we go into our first technical timeout. Adamson is up by 5. And welcome back. Thank you very much. Move It. One of our supporters para dito sa ating semifinals ng V-League Collegiate Challenge. Once again, nandito po kami sa San Juan, ha? San Juan na, wala na kami sa Maynila. Just a reminder lang. It's not just for those who are going to be watching. It's also for some of the people that are also going to be working with us. Baka sila rin malikaw.
Okay, that was again another strong serve from Adamson. Kaya nahirapan ang Arellano to put that ball up. Domasig tried to save it, but she was too close to the net.
Tudao with a good serve. And that's one thing that's going for them. Wala silang tinatapon halos na servisyo para rito sa panig. Then Adamson, that was a nice looking attack from Arellano.
Yeah, pinatama lang yung bola sa tips of the fingers of the blockers of Adamson. And of course, that was care of Servilal.
Some tira-tira at the service area. You know, they got their work cut out for them facing this number 1 team. They've been back in the preliminaries. Talaga deadly itong Adamson.
There was just a slight miscommunication between the setter and the outside hitter of Adamson. But for sure, maaayos nila agad yan.
It's one of those rare times.
Yeah.
Halos hindi nga nangyayari yan for Adamson. Bitin naman yun. Yung sinasabi natin, bihirang nangyari ulit.
Oo nga eh. Del Moral was there, but then the set wasn't really in her comfort zone. Kaya nahirapan siya doon.
She had to really lean back mid-air, but unable. Abisegi. Ball up. Let's see attack. Good tag here. Sagaysay. Shiny Tura. Interesting. Oh! Serves, or rather attacks it. Parang papasok sa net.
And you know, if you're in Arellano, tapos yung frontliners mo, hindi na nakakapuntos, you really have to find a way and use the back row players also to set those attacks.
Well, you know, Kat Domasig, you know, it's not going to be happening to her plenty of times here. A service error ng Adamson. Kanina, puro compliments na kuha ninyo sa akin. Tao lang. I mean, siguro, we can also talk about the pressure being in the semis.
Oo. I'm sure both teams merong feeling ng pressure. For Adamson, you don't want to have a losing number, diba? Dun sa win-loss because wala pa silang talo eh.
At saka, it's not only that. Eto, maiksi na lang ito eh. Iba na yung makauna ka na rito.
Right. Tsaka kung ikaw ang nasa semis, you wanna get, like what you said, the first match to para mas konti yung pressure mo coming into the second match, di ba? Kung sakaling mag 3 matches to.
At saka take note ha, bukas lalaro rin sila kaagad ulit.
Yes.
Ganun yun. Ganun kalupit ito semifinals natin. Ha? Dalawang sunod na araw ang schedule natin.
So that hit from Tudlasan was just a little bit too controlled, kaya sumabit sa net yung bola.
11 serving 8. Shiny Tura already starting to make an impact very early here in the opening set. Samantala over at the other side, Padillon went for it. Francis Morty gets it done.
Ganda ng teamwork ng Adamson doon. It was a good display. It was Nitura who set that ball up for Morty and she was ready for it.
Like a real well-oiled machine itong Adamson.
Oops.
Well, pumapalyat din pala.
Napansin ko kanina pag meron kang kinokomment, diba? Biglang sumasabit sa net. Okay.
And just being realistic kasi about the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Talaga tutusin, pagpasok natin dito, we were already talking about it. Nasabi nga natin, sobrang sobrang llamado ng Adamson. Against ito nga sa Arellano, came in at number 4. Pero there's a hole in the middle sa side ng Arellano, which Francis Morty was able to spot. And of course, taking an advantage of. 4-point advantage para sa Adamson. MG Del Moral to serve for the Lady Falcons. See, they're trying to be quick about with their attack. Ito hulog-hulog lang, pero Morty was right there for Adamson.
Oh, what a block! That was a good eye by Mangubat. Nakita niya kung saan pupunta yung bola, sino titira. And look at the timing of her block.
And that is a grab block of the set. And sino yung binlock niya doon? Si Shiny Tura.
Yeah.
That's also going to be, we know that's going to be a big challenge here for Arellano. Pero sabi nga natin, kailangan ibigay mo na rin. Which is also going to be an advantage for them, getting ready. Pareho naman ito, getting ready para sa kanilang mga regular leagues na nilalaroan. At saka yun nga, pinakamaganda. Gaya niya, ganyan, di ba?
Yeah.
1-2.
Ganda ng opportunity na yun kaya hindi na nagdalawang isip si Domasig. That ball was a little close to the net. It was just perfect for her to dump it.
Parang gusto ko lang sabihin, Cat was so cat quick. With that 1-2 para sa panig ng Arellano. And Abby Segi, not everything is all about power or force.
Nakita niya walang coverage because they were waiting. Arellano was waiting for a strong hit from Segi. Kaya she took advantage of that and went for a drop ball.
15-11. Here's Francis Mordy. Grabe yung aces niya na. Now they were ready for her this time around.
Nice hit by Tudlasa. Since we ginawa niyang cross-court, kaya lumabas yung bola.
Laika was able to make use of the blocker's arms to get that point. They're not far behind. They're just down by 3 here in the opening set. Good service by Arellano. Shy! Inactivate na naman!
Parang yung sinabi mo kanina, well-oiled machine. It was a good first ball. That's why they were able to set that ball up to Nitura very well.
And it's a grab spike of the set. And that's going to be another contribution in the points here for Adamson. All right, welcome back. We continue with our set number 1. So far being controlled here by Adamson Lady Falcons, 16 serving 12. Arellano, hindi dapat sila maiwanan ng gusto rito if they really want to come up with a big fight here. Sam Tira was right there and she was able to do it. Simple lang.
Yeah, that was a good setup to Tira nga. Si Domasig kasi pag nakikita niya si Tira in possession, as much as possible, binibigay niya sa kanya because attacks coming from her are fast.
And to consider, she is actually the tallest player on the floor that we have right now. And there you go, it's an ace! Sam Tira.
A big smile on her face. Hindi madalas na nagkakaroon ng service ace when you go against Adamson.
Ayaw magpaiwan. They're just down by 2. Safe serve. Over reception. Regalo, thank you very much.
Nice serve again from Tira. Yun, talagang service pressure ang binibigay niya. Twice na nagkakaroon ng service errors ang Adamson. Hindi nila ma-set up ang kakampi nila.
Getting some good runs here. And just down by 1. Itong Arellano. And China Nitura happening again.
Oh, sabi ni Nitura, sobra na. Tigil na natin to. She went for a down the line. There was a big opening for her.
You can only do so much. And then when she starts to activate herself, kaya nga, ganyan na kasikat itong si Shiny Tura. Something that's got to happen for Arellano right now. Engaging in some rallies. They try to go back row, pero sobra for Shiny Tura.
Yeah, one of those rare moments where you have Shiny Tura go over the blockers and get that ball off the court.
18 out 4, Cafe A. 15 out 5, Gilaga A.
So Gilaga and Cafe coming in for Arellano. Here's Sheena Cafe right now, service specialist. 16 serving 17. Believe it or not, Arellano very much here in the opening set. The Shiny Turas trying to dominate.
Yeah, so much power in that hit that even if the blockers were there in front of her, wala.
Kaya nga.
Tumalbog palabas talaga yung bola.
18-16. Good serve by Shy. Try to go for a quick play here para sa Arellano. Francis Morny going back to her, but it's out.
Merong gigil dun sa palo ni Mordy. Ang ganda kasi nung setup sa kanya eh. Pero alam mo, parang dito sa Adamson, hindi pa to yung talagang energy level nila. Parang medyo mababa pa yung energy level nila.
Well, for one thing, they have to control also yung mga pagkakamali rin nila eh.
Yeah, that was a good set. There were tips of the fingers. There's going to be a
It's
challenge.
going to be a challenge.
I think the first call was outside, but si Coach Roberto sabi niya, challenge.
Tsaka kung angles lang ang pag-uusapan, kami talaga yung pinakamalapit na nakakita ng action na yan. Kaya alam ni Chiki.
Oh, ayan, umamin na ang
Umamin,
Adamson.
diba?
So dito na sa Arellano, yung bola.
And just like that, Chiki, we're all tied up at 18.
Wow! Ito talaga, no? Pang semis to. Yung hindi
Yes.
malayo yung puntos.
Kaya nga, actually, ang parang attraction dito eh.
Nice.
Of course, hindi lang yung mga games natin mamaya dahil yung mga old rivals meeting each other, di ba?
Yes. Example na lang yung second game. UST
Sinabi
FEU sa
mo pa.
men's.
Eh lalo na yung pangatlong game natin. Yun
Oo
talaga,
nga,
old
yun.
rival na talaga yun. Lasal Ateneo, yes. So, abante mo na ang Adamson here in set number 1. 19-18. Arellano. Kung mababa pa ang level of energy ng Adamson, Arellano will have to really dig deep.
It's no close to the net, pero nagawa ng paraan.
Well, a good take by Abby Segi that time around. Look at this. One hand, it's going to be...
You know, the hit of Nitura wasn't really strong, pero placement niya. Kaya nahirapan sa pag-receive ang Arellano doon.
And Arellano will call a timeout. Let's listen in.
Simple lang yung bola eh. Pag ginanong mo yung bola, pwede mo naman iset na lang. Oh. Maganda tingnan eh. Di ba? Pero anong resulta natin sa dulo? Simpleng bola, hindi pinalo. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi ka naka-ready sa ginawa mo. Kasi nagulat ka, ganun ang reaction mo kagad eh. O sige, bawiin mo lang.
And V-League fans, you can vote for the athlete who's got the skills, the chill, and the coat. Coolest of all time. Follow the official Nestle Ice Cream Philippines Facebook page for more information. Voting runs until October 8. Winners will be known on October 10. Let's crunch the code. Keep cool with Crunch. Ba't parang ang daming bago ngayon?
Buti!
Very good, ah.
Nice. Yan, eto na. Bumibilis na yung pace nila. Nag-iingay na ang Adamson sa floor.
Tudao was able to do that for Adamson.
Yeah. That was a good power tip there to the middle.
So up by 3. Kalas na sa deadlock. Itong Adamson. Let's see this set for Shy.
Yung bola kasi ni Shai, mabigat. Kaya kahit na sometimes nasa position ka, kailangan may extra effort ka on your shoulders, where to face when you receive that ball.
It's going to be another Arellano timeout.
Palo, tao. Diba? Mas malakas pa ang palo ng coaches dyan. Pero bakit natataranta? Nadepensa pero ang kasunod na tanong, walang ball control. Saan lumilipad yung bola? Anong mangyayari niyan? Pag tinamaan ka ba yan, tapos na ang mundo mo? Hindi. Bakit natatakot ka dyan? Tao lang yan eh.
Tara ba? Isa pa siya.
Dapat siya.
May intimidating factor kasi ito si Shiny
Oo
Tura.
nga eh.
Diba?
Napunta na siya sa women's team, national team, and then when she's here, she's the team captain. Alam mo na malakas siya. Pero yun nga eh. Alam mo,
Overwhelming.
oo nga. Pero sa training kasi, mas malakas pa talaga yung mga
Kaya nga.
hits ng coaches. So, that was a good reminder from Coach Obet.
We'll see right now.
It's too far.
Chance ball here. Adamson. Francis! 40 again.
Kanina pa nahuhuli ang Arellano sa mga hulog.
Kaya nga.
They have to be faster in their coverage.
The arsenal of weaponry for Adamson, parang double-edged with Shiny Tura and Francis Mordi, at least here in the opening set. Arellano, let's see how they can recover.
Nice.
Well, that's one way and a good start.
Yeah, kailangan sa Arellano strong hits para umakyat sila, umakyat yung momentum nila. And then they have to celebrate every hit that earns a point.
Bowie choice, magaling. 19, serving 23.
Oh, that was a good serve. Biglang bagsak sa linya.
Kaya nga magaling eh.
Oh.
Galing.
Oo nga, no?
Diba? And that's the way to announce your presence
Right.
on the floor. Serve up an ace.
Nice.
Yeah. Mordi, there was coverage. Back row, back set. The atake. A set, push. And then Shiny Tura. Again.
Shiny Tura coming from the back off the tips of the fingers of the blockers.
So this is 4 set points for the Lady Falcons. And Arellano will still have to do some. Oh!
You know, si Segi will not get that ball because second ball is always the setters.
Yeah,
Pero
yeah.
nagka-miscommunication, Segi thought that Sagaysay was gonna get it.
And the most important thing for Arellano, all that confusion, they will get the point. And it's still, of course, 3 set points so far. It's just set points saved by Arellano. Let's see for Adamson. Mordi. Try the drop. Ito naman yung atake. Good dig. Shy was right there. Back row. Are we in for a long rally?
Nice! Sakto nung tinanong mo yun, sabi ni Sir Vidal, hindi.
Hindi na.
Patayin na natin.
And now it's Adamson is going to be calling a timeout. Arellano not surrender.
Pass. Sino spider mo sa akin? Okay.
We close line, ha? Remember, we close line.
Okay, listen up. Dali natin pasan dito sa side. Okay? Saan ka manggagaling third? Okay, quick ka lang. 5 ka dito, Abby. Shina dito ka, Francis here.
Gitna lang.
Okay? One good pass
Kaliwa
first.
ako.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Kaliwa ko. Kaliwa ko. Okay, Adamson.
Closing out, at least the opening set. It's turning out to be a problem. Book na sa move it. Dito pala, pag naipit ka rito at saka traffic, may
Pwede.
grab, may move it. Thank you, V-League. 2 set points. Abby Sagi gets blocked, and it's another point for Arellano.
And that's what you want to see, no? Sa Arellano, never say die. You go on offense kahit na nasa defense ka.
Taking a look at a grab block of the set. Sam Tira at the helm of that play for Aureliano. Still set point here for Adamson. Morty, oh, it's going in like that.
That was a good combination play. It was
Yeah.
perfect to end the set.
Well, they really have to put something extra at the banig ng Adamson to close out and take the first set. Real close one, 25-23. As we take a look at what happened here for a little while, gusto na sanang iwanan ng Adamson itong Aureliano, Chiki.
Yeah, lalo na dun sa part na Morty had 3 straight excellent services there, hindi makontrol. But you know, ang Aureliano never say die. They still went on offense on the blocks and even in the front row. And service nila, offense din.
25-23, Adamson, we're here in the semifinals. It took 27 minutes for Adamson to close out the first set, taking it 25-23. And if I mention significant numbers, this will tell a whole lot of the story that happened in set 1, Jiki.
Yeah, Adamson had better attacks because they were able to control the first ball. Halos walang nasashank na bola, and the attacks came from the front line, the back line. Although wala silang blocking points at that time, which sabi ko nga kanina, medyo tahimik pa ang Adamson. They were able to cause Aureliano to commit unforced errors more.
Not bad at all. It's a showing ng Aureliano. They were just right there all the way up to the end. And most probably that could spark something for them entering the second set. Once again, this is the semifinals and it's first scheduled of the matches that we have for all of you today, happening right here at Playtime Phil Oil Center in San Juan. Benji Santiago with Chiki Pablo. Here we go with the second set. Pambawe para sa Aureliano. Continuity naman para sa Adamson. But Francis Morty, is there going to be a challenge? Voila. So she overshot that attack. Well, actually, ganito rin nagsimula yung first set natin. Aureliano took the first point.
Good block, but there's a good coverage.
Yes. Now they go to Morty. Aureliano. Sabi nga natin, nagising na rin ito basically.
Oo. Yeah. Ganda ng tira ni Morty. Medyo it was a little wide. The set was wide for her. She had to make adjustments for it. Pero linaro niya yung kamay ng blockers kaya nakapuntos sila.
Talk about her athletic ability to adapt and adjust. Morty Those couple of aces back in the opening
Nice.
set. Oh!
Ganda! Ito yung gusto mo rin makita sa Arellano kasi the first set tahimik sila eh. This time, you know, they're coming up, they're bringing up their energy level. Really good combination play there. Look at the blockers of Adamson. Nalito sila doon.
And Marian Padillon with that attack. Shiny Tura.
Ang aggressive. Yeah, ang aggressive ng Arellano sa blocking nila, which they really have to do, especially now that Nitura is in front.
Grab block of the set. Chris Servidad was right there, ready for Shiny Tura. At that time, ito naman si Tura was able to get her thing going with that attack.
Yeah, if you don't want to challenge the blockers, lalo na kung si Tira-Tira na sa harapan, just hit the tips of the fingers of the blockers to earn the point.
Servidad gets blocked.
Ooh. Nice block there, solid.
Kailangan kay Shiny Tura, no? And she can do a lot of those things. Well, nevertheless, the score natin rito stands at 3-all. Actually, 3-all yung ating score.
Servidad, kahit na nasa harapan niya si Nitura, ang ginawa niya, linihis niya yung palo niya para sa outer arm ni Nitura niya pinadaan, punto sa kanila.
Sam Tira-Tira with a good serve. Problema for Adamson. Kailangan easy over. Let's see this quick attack.
That's a good push. Alam mo talaga, when you go up against Adamson, kailangan iba-iba yung tira mo eh. Hindi lang puro malakas. Kailangan smart in your pushes.
5-3. Okay, paki-adjust lang. Lamang ang Arellano. Okay. Parang di siguro makapaniwala yung nagkocontrol ng score natin. Lamang ang Arellano. Oo, lamang. Actually, tatlo na nga. 6-3. Imagine. That's considered to be the largest lead for Arellano here in the semifinals.
Right, there was an illegal attack there from Sagaysay kasi back row player siya eh. And she went up and tapos yung fingers niya lumagpas dun sa net.
Again, muntik maging regalo. Really had to scramble. Si Shiny Tura. Grabe naman ang recovery ni kanina. Dumadive for the dig and then going for that attack.
Iniwasan niya yung blockers ha. Look at this.
And grab spike of the set.
Yeah.
Kababangon pa lang yan from that dive. And then she went for that attack, that cross-court attack. Sabi nga natin, trademark move. Somehow. Oh, and then a service error by Abisagi. Patuloy ang lamang ng Arellano, changing the whole complexion of this match, especially here in set number 2. Here's Chris Servidad. Nice looking serve. And then they come up with another block point. Arellano. As we are going into our first technical timeout, believe it or not, Arellano is ahead by 4. Stranded sa traffic, syempre mag-book na. Ito, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Okay ah.
Anyway, 8-4. It's Arellano finding themselves leading here in set number 2. There's supposed to be the adjustment needed here. Shiny Tura, that ball is in.
Yeah, yan yung leader na si Niture. She's very vocal and she can show you what she can do. Even if you have blockers in front of her, ang bilis ng adjustment niya sa ere.
5 serving 8. They took the first set, I remember itong Adamson 25-23. But they're telling us a different story, especially favoring Arellano here. They get another point as they continue to lead here in the second set.
Yeah, even if the blockers are in front of you, you really have to find ways para maiwasan mo yung mga blockers. Off the block point for Arellano.
Hartvilla Flores, the serve. And for a little while, I thought it was in.
Oo nga. Siguro malapit lang yun sa
Kaya
line,
nga.
pero labas eh.
And Gitel Moral just about to serve here for Adamson. 6 serving 9. Good looking serve. Si Arellano, easy over. To Dao. Unable. It was ruled out.
Yeah. Medyo malakas lang yung palo niya doon kaya lumabas yung bola. Wrist action lang yun eh para bumagsak, bumaba yung bola.
Faye Mangubat right now for Arellano. 10 serving 6. Kanino sila pupunta? Francis Morty, good dig. Morty once again going for it. But it's Arellano get the point. Magkakanap. And check.
Pero wala.
Wala.
Hindi rin sila magcha-challenge.
Wow, Arellano is up by 5. Kapag pinapakita nila, somehow hindi ganun ka-invincible ang Adamson. Sigado Masi kinahabol na yung ball.
Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Obet, hindi malakas yung bola pero hindi nako-control.
Kaya nga eh.
Ibig sabihin nun, parang merong halong takot when you receive that ball. So you have to control, magkaroon ng composure. And sabi nga niya, di ba, bola lang yan, mas malakas papalo ng coaches. Baba.
They managed to get the ball over. Hart was right there.
Outside.
Too much English. I mean, the intention, of course, was good, but the execution, yun nga lang, it was different. Liana's been doing a lot of things, so that's going to be a block point here for Adamson. They were ready for that attack.
Alam kasi ng Adamson na it was out of system play, so they automatic yan outside hitter.
Grab block of the set.
That's why the blockers were established already.
Make a comeback here. Dalawang inahabol ng Adamson. One hand set. Boy,
Save.
And then that block. Ball still up here. Adamson. Morty gets blocked. Damn. It's going to be a point
Ang
here.
galing ng galaw ng Arellano, no? Bumibilis sila on the floor. Tapos yung pagbantay nila sa net, their net defense is also on point. Nakikita nila sa nanggagaling yung atake. And they are establishing the blocks when the attack gets in.
Gonna just keep on fighting. A scramble just for that reception. Para sa Adamson. Easy over. Combination. It's out.
Yeah, Servidad had a good idea of going down the line because may puesto, may gap in between the antenna and the outside blocker. Yun lang, lumabas yung bola.
10 serving 12. Adamson realizing Arellano is turning out to be not a pushover here in the semifinals. There's got to be a reason why they are here. So take a look at this. Kind of scrambling para rito. Oh, lumusot yun.
Good pancake.
Yes.
Oh! It was an easy over, but then yung shoulders kasi nito daw nakaharap sa labas.
That's right.
That's why nung in-over niya yung bola, lumabas yung bola. Kailangan talaga meron kang court awareness where you are, where you're facing, para yung bola mo pasok.
And not only that, Chicky, there are also breaks going the way of Arellano.
Yeah.
Mga unforced errors itong Adamson. And they're ready for shy right now. Dito naman sa back row. Ready kayo dyan.
Sabi nga ni Nitura, okay, didn't work cross court, I'll go down the line.
Exactly.
Sakto.
Pero grabe, no? And at first, you don't succeed. Ganun ang dating eh.
Oh,
Wow!
akala ni Tira-Tira ito sa combination play, miscommunication there between her and Domasic. Bawi agad sila.
Bumaba na sa isa na lang. Hinahabol ngayon ng Adamson. They trailed as much as 5 here in the second set. And now, tabla na tayo. And it's an ace.
You know, if you're Arellano, you don't let the unforced errors stop your momentum, control your momentum.
Kaya
Kailangan, ano mo pa rin, pilitin mo sarili mong i-up yung energy.
Bawi ka agad. Bawi na lang.
Oo.
Bawi, di ba? Si Arellano being able to take the lead. It's now Adamson. Na-overtake na.
Oo. Si Domasic kasi of Arellano is setting her players low sets para mabilis yung atake nila because she wants to avoid the blockers.
Here's Domasic with a back set. Sam tira-tira. Adamson was ready. Sagi.
Segi talagang no? Single blocker, she knew what to do.
Tahimik siya na set number 1 as she has truly awakened here in set number 2. Segi lang!
Segi lang. Segi lang ng segi. Ooh. Nice. O kasi pag sinutura, pumorma, akala mo titirahin
Kaya
niya ng malakas eh. And then in mid-air, she changes her mind.
Second technical timeout here in the second set, 16-13. It's Adamson on top. Well, back here, and ito na ang Adamson as they find themselves earlier trying to overcome a 5-point deficit to consider. And here's the reason why they ended up number 1 basically sa ating preliminaries. Pero ito si Servidad. Well, something has got to happen for Arellano.
Yeah, may kita mo si Servidad eh, pag merong binigay sa kanyang set, she doesn't throw it to waste.
Good serve by Sam, tira-tira. Combination
Nice.
play. Abby Segi. Tingnan natin eh.
Si Segi kasi hindi lang siya tira ng tira eh. Pinapanood niya kung nasan yung depensa ng kalaban and she adjusts accordingly.
Still they lead 17-14. So we take a look right now. Para sa Adamson sa piensa. Saying action. Good serve by Sapienza. Masig. Servidad goes cross court.
That was a good eye by Sapienza. Alam niya eh, nandun na siya sa medyo gilid ng court. So the ball was high, shoulders above, kaya hindi na niya kinuha.
Timeout muna Arellano.
Bakit tumaba yung bola? Buka yung bola mo. Ang option niya lang gagawin niya, i-cross niya talaga yung bola. Isa-isa lang. Huwag kang magmadali. Itama mo na yung set mo, tatama din ang palo. Tatama rin ang puntos natin. Ha? Sinisingle block ka lang eh. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya nagcha-challenge sa'yo. So, anong gagawin mo? Dito suka mo na. Single block, ihahaba mo pa.
And D-League fans, you can vote for the athlete who's got the skills, the chill, and the coolest of all time. Follow the official Nestle Ice Cream Philippines Facebook page for more info. Voting runs until October 8. Winners will be known on October 10. Let's crunch the code. Keep cool with Crunch. Kita mo, meron pa mga voting, ha? Nangyayari dito sa V-League. And very interesting. Ano nangyari naman dito sa Arellano? They seem to have lost steam, Chiki.
Oo nga, kasi I think when they were committing the errors, dun bumaba yung energy level nila eh. Kaya I was saying, even if you commit errors, dapat yung mindset is bawi.
Yung kumpiyansa, yun nga yung binabanggit ni Coach Obet, eh, sinisingle coverage ka lang eh. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya na-challenge sa'yo,
Correct.
di ba?
And that was a good challenge from Coach Obet, no? Para talagang, ganun yung maging reaction ng player.
19 serving 15. Let's see with Arellano what they still have left here. It's the first set. The second set was really going for them. And then Francis Morty went cross-court for that. Helpless na ang Arellano that time around.
Sapienza looked at the blockers, nasan ba sila, and gave a good location for Morty. Look at that.
And they're the first ones but to reach 20. Imagine. In the early goings of set number 2, it was a totally different story. They changed the narrative come the second part of the second set. We are in for a good rally here. We are in the semis. Why not?
Nicely done there by Arellano, going for those faster plays. Makita mo, the coverage wasn't ready for Adamson.
And this is the grab spike of the set. And that was Hart Villaflores making something work for them, but still finding themselves down by 4. 16 serving 20. They cannot afford those kind of mistakes.
You know, sometimes kasi ang iniisip ng player when you're nasa service zone, is my serve gonna go in? So if you have those questions in your head, chances are hindi papasok. So kailangan talaga pag nasa service zone ka, mindset mo, pasok to.
Hindi pa rin makabawi kay Laga.
Alam mo yung Adamson net defense is really fast. So kailangan yung coverage ng Arellano faster.
Tomasik and Servidad will return for Arellano on the floor. They find themselves down by 6. Chitel Moral with a good serve right.
Nice.
Oh, nobody was covering that part of the court for Adamson.
Good call there by Tomasik, running a combination play. Dapat more of like that yung mga gagawin ni Tomasik.
Yes. Who do you want to go to? Doon ka sa magaling.
Oh.
Si magaling. Diba?
Magaling ang service ni Magaling kanina eh.
Galing pa rin naman.
Oo nga, out of system. Oh! I thought that ball was gonna go out, but there was a touch.
Hart Villaflores tried to still reach out. And now just 2 points away for Adamson to really take control of this semifinal. Servidad just returned. She's back. And she's not giving up yet.
You know, one of the go-to players talaga tong si Servidad because ang tingin ko sa kanya, palaban siya eh. Tsaka yung when she hits the ball, merong may confidence dun eh. May ririnig mo.
Francis Morty, ball still up by Servidad. Let's see who can they go to. Sam Tira was right there. Tudao. That's Shai Nitura. And she goes to the back row attack.
Yeah, so I thought that set of Sagaysay was so low, but she's running a really fast play, and look at this. Ang baba ng bola niya, ang bilis ng tira, single blocker lang. Walang kalaban-laban yung game ni Tura.
6 set points, Francis Morty. Arellano needs to talk things over first.
Ibig sabihin, yung libero, anticipate niya ang bola mo. Every time na papalo ka, nandyan ka lang, mahina lang. Kaya pinapasok nila. May block ka dito, di ba? Bakit hindi mo gamitin single block kung lagay mo dito? I-drop mo sa likod ng blocker. Huwag naman dito sa libero. Kaya kung gusto mong ibigay sa libero, itakasan mo yung palo kasi walang challenge sa kanya, nakatayo lang siya.
Yan lang, okay. Yan lang.
6 set points.
Kanina pa sinasabi ni Coach Obet walang challenge. Kanina kay Servidad, and now they're saying that if you need to know kung kanino mo ita-target yung bola mo. Kung ita-target mo ang libero, who's the defense specialist of Adamson, kailangan malakas yung palo mo because she'll be able to easily put that ball up and run a play.
We have seen several sequences here na parang just to get the ball over.
Oo,
Hindi pwedeng ganun eh.
Hindi pwedeng ganun. O, kita mo tong si Servidad. Diba? Kahit na 24 ng Adamson, gumagawa siya ng paraan eh. Kahit na dalawa yung blocker sa harap niya, off the block. Punto sa kanila.
1 set point saved here for Arellano. Of course, no room for error right now for the Lady Chiefs. Shai. And Sam Tira. It's Juris Manuel.
Ang ganda naman nun. Such a controlled hit by Nitura. She knew exactly where she was going to put that ball.
Adamson University takes it, number 2.
And it's now a 2-0 lead that Adamson is enjoying. For a little while, they were in trouble in the early part of the second set, Chicky. Pero
Yeah.
what happened?
Alam mo, ang Adamson kasi hindi nagpapanik. Very cool, calm, and collected sila on the floor. They know their abilities. They know their capacity. That's why, nung medyo lumalayo na ang Arellano, nag-pick up na sila. Alam na nila na they have to run their own plays. And that's what they did.
And the finishing from Shiny Tura. Adamson up 2-0, 25-19 in the second set. So far, 25-23, 25-19. It's all Adamson. They are just a set away to get that win over Arellano. And here are more numbers, especially what happened in that second set, Chicky.
Hindi masyadong malaki yung difference sa attack points, 13 to 11. Yung block points, 1 point lang din. Aces, 1 point lang din. Pero yung ang unforced errors nila mas konti. And what happened with Arellano, when they committed these 9 unforced errors, yung energy level nila bumaba. Tapos parang gaya nga ng nasabi mo, no, Bench, na before we got back
Yeah.
on air, ang parang hirap nilang mag-recover. Parang medyo
Di
mas...
maka-move on.
Oo, matagal bago sila makabangon. Sabi mo parang pag-ibig, di ba?
Hindi nga pag-ibig yan eh.
Ano yan?
Oo, hindi. Volleyball yan eh. Kung pag-ibig, mahirap mag-move on kagad eh.
Oo.
Sabay ka na. As if we know.
May hugot?
Yes, meron. Konti.
Servidad, walang hugot kasi napalabas niya yung bola in between the blockers of Adamson. Not very
Always.
strong hit, ah.
Always, every set, unang puntos Arellano.
Kailangan lang consistency, no?
Has been going on that way.
Yeah.
Yun nga lang, hindi sila makapunta sa huli to take a set here. But of course, the fight still continues here between the Lady Falcons and the Lady Chiefs. We are in the semis, and Francis Morty sabi niya, ganito din yun eh. We always get our own point right away too after they get the first point. At ito yung grab spike of the set. Kita mo, mga walang kapaguran din si Francis Morty. At saka ito si Shiny Tura, di ba?
Oo. Mga go-to players ng Adamson. Oop.
Service error. So Arellano, let's see what they still have left. Actually, makikita pa naman sila tomorrow ulit.
Oo.
Pero
for their
mabuti
game
na kasi, di ba? Yung nakauna eh.
Oo, kasi mas may pressure kapag ikaw yung naghahabol.
Kaya nga.
Wow!
Talk
What
about
a hit!
pressure being put on by Shiny Tura on Arellano.
At challenge niya yung player ng Arellano because that ball landed right in front of Tira-Tira.
Problema sa first ball for Arellano. Now easy over for the Lady Chiefs. Here comes Shiny Tura. Ball. There was that dig. Servidad going cross court. Kanino sila pupunta? Kay Shiny Tura again. Hart was able to go cross court. Villa Flores.
Villa Flores is also one of the go-to players. Para siyang si Servidad. Kahit anong bola ibigay mo sa kanya, titirahin talaga niya yan. She'll grab the opportunity to score for her team.
Just to consider, itong mga players ng Arellano, they're supposed to be tough. They have Tira-Tira, Servidad, Hart. They have all the factors to consider for a very strong team. Anyway.
They just have to be able to bounce back faster from an error.
Abby Segi. She was able to demonstrate good performance back in the second set. Pero yun, regalo. And not only that, naman, ilang days na lang ba bago magpasko? October na eh, di ba?
Oo nga, puro Christmas
Imagine.
decorations na sa mga mall.
October 1. First day of the semifinals. First day of the brand new month. And Abby Segi commits a service error. And we are close here in set number 3. All tied up at 4. Still bringing you another semifinal game. But this time in the men's division. A little later on. Ang UST laban sa FEU. Sa men's po yan. Semis din yan. Kami rin po ni Chiki assigned to cover that one.
Yeah, with Netura, you have to establish your blocks. Kailangan talaga ma-predict mo saan siya titira, where is she going to come from, anong tira yung gagawin niya para maka-adjust yung blockers accordingly.
Pero sabi nga natin, a special player ito si Shiny Tura.
Yeah, hard to predict, no?
Ito pa lang, si Francis Morty rin. Di ba pala isipan din yan para sa Arellano.
Running fast plays ang Adamson kaya hindi pa masyadong established ang blockers ng Adamson, hindi pa established yung blockers ng Arellano. Pasok na yung bola.
6 serving 4. Set number 3.
That was a good
Ace!
serve.
Tinarget pa si Chris
Servidad,
Servidad.
oo nga. Sometimes you want to target the main hitter of your opponent para mahirapan siyang tumayo for the offense.
That's it na. And a block point pa para sa Adams, so they're ready for Sam Tira-Tira and for that kind of a play for Arellano. As we go into this tactical timeout, 8-4, it's Adamson. All right, balik tayo dito po sa Playtime Philharmonic Center in San Juan, the semifinals that's happening as we take a look at this ace of this set by Shai Nitura. She has done almost everything here, and that's why they are up 2-0 and trying to take game 1 of this semifinals laban dito sa Arellano. And again, baka malito kayo sa mga schedule, ha? Back-to-back ang game days natin for the semifinals. It happens today, it's going to happen again tomorrow. Uh-oh. Coach Obet. One player. My goodness. There was si Angela Santiago was trying to help out their teammate during a rally. Pabayaan mo muna yan. They need to talk things over. Let's listen in.
Ganun din kanina, nung bumaksa ka dito, tagal mo rin bumahan, kailangan sigawan ka pa para bumakon. Hindi na kailangan dyan sa loob eh. Kailangan mo dyan maging alerto ka. Tapos pinalong yung bola papunta sa net. Hindi mo kayong wasakin yung wala pa nakawasak ng bola niyan eh. Gamitin mo yung blocker.
Well, you heard him. Hindi rin talaga ganun kadali maging coach. Eto, move it! Sabi nga, kakanta na naman ba ako? Hindi na.
Ano, dapat meron tayong record yung mga famous sayings of coaches, no? Sabi nga ni Coach Obet, wala pang nakakasira ng net.
Kaya ka.
Sa palo.
Sa palo.
Oh, coverage was there, but nobody really stretched her hand to get that ball up.
Yung reaction eh.
Oo.
Yun ang nawawala para sa Arellano eh.
Yeah.
Di ba yun nga eh. You fall and it takes time for you to get up.
Kailangan mabilis.
They have to really make a lot of adjustment. They're going to be meeting each other again tomorrow. Artvillia Flores trying to go backward. There was Abby Segi right there. Shai Nitura, problema na. And it's going to be a point once again for Shai Nitura.
The defense of Arellano was not in possession kasi si Sapienza, she distributes the set. So isipin mo, front row manggagaling yung attack. Kaya the libero of Arellano was already positioned thinking na sa outside manggagaling yung bola. Eh biglang binigay sa likod.
A good serve. And that is wide. Ito na, creating really a big separation. Remember, Adamson University is leading 2-0. Are they going for a sweep here in game 1 of the semis? Well, sweep ang pinanggalingan itong Adamson for one thing in the previous game. Shai Nitura.
You know, sometimes kasi, pag si Nitura ang nasa service zone, parang natatakot ka na eh. Kasi alam mo, malakas to. Kaya tuloy, na-off yung reception mo. So you really have to focus. You really have to say to yourself, mas malakas pa ang tira ng coach ko dito.
Basically, it's like bewildering moments here in set number 3 para sa panig ng Arellano. Limited to only 4 points, Chiki. Huh?
Yeah, so far, no?
Here we are in for a good rally, and it's going to be...
She crossed. Foot fault. Center line.
And then kanya-kanyang turuan. Parang walang, ikaw ba yan? Ako? Hindi, ikaw yata. Anyway, there was already an infraction. Move on. Yan na naman tayo. Move
Tara
on.
na, game na ulit. Baka manlamig pa tayo.
Limited to only 5 points here in set number 3. And Abby Sagi trying to go cross court.
Segi, nadala siya sa momentum ng takbo niya kaya yung bola went out.
There was really no coverage dun sa area kung saan niya gusto papuntahin yung bola. They could use all the point that they can get here. The case of the Arellano Lady Chiefs. And then Shiny Tura. Ganun lang talaga.
Parang si Tira-Tira, ay!
Kaya nga.
Ay! Ni Tura coming from the back. You really have to watch out sa Pienza, the setter of Adamson. Titingnan mo kung kanino niya ibibigay yung bola para mas maka-perfect position sa defense. Oh, wow!
Ace!
Again, no, ang Adamson, kanina pa sila yung kanilang service pressure.
Lilia Flores replaced by Tudlasan for Arellano. Let's take a look at MG Del Moral. 15 serving 6. Abisegi was able to keep it in play. Shai was right there for the dig. Bordy finding a vacant spot. Biggest lead and advantage. 10 points. Adamson with the lead. All right, V-League fans, it's time to turn down the heat and turn up the cool. Keep cheering, keep smiling, and keep cool with Crunch. Ayan. Diba? So, Nestle, thank you very much. Check out yung Facebook page nila. Meron silang, yung votes for that player. October... I'll tell you
sometime in October.
Bintala, eto muna makita natin yung move it ace of the set, which results in this double-digit advantage that Adamson is enjoying. Let's take a look at MG Del Moral. Coming off a technical timeout. She had an ace. They're dominating itong Arellano. Sam Tira-Tira.
Yeah, pag nasa harap si Tira-Tira, kailangan gamitin mo siya. Kailangan makontrol yung first ball para mabigyan siya at mabigyan ng bola.
It's going to be a long climb, but of course they have to do it if they still want to keep themselves here in game 1.
Alam mo yung mga tira kasi ng Adamson, yung angles iba-iba talaga. Tapos yung mga targets nila are the spots on the floor that is hardly na nababantayan. Kasi nga, ano siya, odd spaces.
So it's Sagaysay who's in right now, who's just about to serve and trying to increase the 10-point lead that they have, 17-7. Back to back for Sam Tira-Tira, Chiki.
Ganda ng first ball, sakto sa setter. That's why the setter, Domasik, didn't have a hard time giving that ball to Tira-Tira.
Yep.
Ayun wala pa yung blockers, pasok na yung bola.
Only if it could happen plenty of times here for Arellano. Because eto na naman si Francis Mordi at caught the line.
You know, it's easier to run forward than it is to run backward. So yung defense, kailangan mas lumayo pa ng konti, lalo na kung si Dumasig. Kasi more or less, alam mo na kung saan pupunta yung bola niya eh. Cross court and it's deep.
Si Coach Obit niya, sabi niya, hindi ba wide? Hindi na ako mag-challenge. Masyadong malaki. Lamang eh. I don't know. I mean, ang mindset ngayon dito, pambukas na.
Well, you know, if you're a player, kailangan, mindset mo, kaya pa to 1 point at a time. You just need to make Adamson commit errors. So you have to be able to bring that, service. Kailangan may pressure yung service niya to bring Adamson out of system.
Si Maui Magaling.
Good block, but better coverage.
Shy can take back row. Arellano. Let's see how this is going to happen. We got a long rally that's progressing. And yes.
The key there really is control the first ball. Kasi ayaw mong mahirapan si Dumasig, the setter of Arellano. Kailangan Dumasig has a lot of options to give her ball to.
Tsaka nakita mo yan? Alam mo kung sino yan? Santiago yun.
Santiago.
Sabi ka. Inaakot. Yun lang.
Nice block there. Oh, Servidad and Santiago. Na-mention ulit yung name.
Yes. Well, ito na nga yung binabanggit mo, Chiki. You don't have to give up. Sige lang, di ba? You might be experiencing the same kind of a situation before. At least, you know, nakabangon ka ron. Nakabalik ka. Yun nga lang. A service error like that, something that they don't need to happen.
Yeah.
But it is happening.
Alam mo, sometimes din kasi, pag ikaw yung nagsaserve, you're thinking, pag linakasan ko to para may pressure, baka lumabas. So tuloy, dahil double yung mind mo, nagkaka-error ka tuloy.
Mental toughness, of course, very important factor. Shiny Tura. She never runs out of moves.
Kasi pwede naman, no? Kung mataas-taas lang yung bola na yon na nasipa niya,
exactly.
They could have kept that ball alive. Santiago doing a good job in the front row sa net.
Yeah, they have managed to cut down the deficit. They're down by 7, though.
Good serve.
And here comes that attack by Shiny Tura. Creates a lot of confusion.
You know that hit of Nitura, it was in between two players. At tuloy, sino titira? Ako ba kukuha? Nagkaroon pa ng ganun eh. Kaya, you know, if Nitura is the one hitting, kunin mo na lang yung bola. Di bali nang magkapanggaan.
So some players being utilized here para sa Adamson. We saw Camille Junicio checking in. There's the combination. Shiny Tura was right at the helm of that. And using the blocker's hands. Lumalaban ba ang Arellano like a Tudlasan?
1 point at a time. Tudlasan, like what you said, tooled the block to get the point.
Here she is, like a Tudlasan. 13 serving 20, but it has to start somewhere. They need a good run. Tsaka hindi ba paiiralin mo masyado malaki yung kumpiyansa coming into game 2 tomorrow for Adamson, di ba? Kailangan medyo pag-isipan ka rin ng kalaban di ba?
Correct. Medyo nagiging kampante ang Adamson sa kanilang kilos sa floor.
And I have to admit, I was talking to you about that kanina, di ba? Hindi kaya a case of overconfidence, especially with what happened in set number 2, lumamang ng 5 points.
Tapos
itong Arellano.
Oo. Good save.
All up. Something has got to happen. And there.
That wasn't a full hit from Santiago, but it did the trick, right? Gusto mo naman talaga yung bola tumama lang sa floor ng kalaban mo
Yoran Angela Santiago. Santiago pala ang kailangan nila. Arellano. 15 serving 20 just to make it interesting at least here. At saka syempre ayaw mong masweep. Oh! And then, yun na. Ay katudlasan.
Yeah, and si Coach Obet wasn't angry with Tudlasan, no? Because you really have to serve tough
Kaya nga.
dito sa Adamson.
Go for broke ka na eh.
Oo.
Diba?
Yan, good controlled ball.
Yun nga lang. Yung atake naging problema from Alexa Pitria.
Natatawa na lang si Coach Obet eh.
Wala na eh. They just have to be ready for tomorrow. Ganun lang yun. At least they have seen here. Meron silang point na kaya naman pala natin, especially with what happened in set number 2. It's just a matter of the recovery thing. And they have also are able to witness their own mistakes and how to, diba, make something to happen for them positively entering tomorrow's game.
Yeah. But right now, ayan, Tira-Tira is in front, Servidad is on the floor. So you've got attackers. Oops, there's no whistle yet.
I think a second referee is still confirming something with the officials. Okay, so hindi pa si Sheena Cafe. Let's, ano na? Okay. Santiago stays. 16 serving 22, 3 points away to come up with a sweep of a win here in game 1 for Adamson. Let's see, there's still some clarification. And our head referee, si Joven, talking to Arellano. Is everything okay na?
Yellow card. This is usually a warning for delay of game. Nakita natin, no, yung sa medyo nagkalituhan sa substitution.
Yes. Angela Santiago, they can serve right there. Janicio. Ball up. Soledad trying to be quick about it. Sam Tira-Tira.
Good save.
We got a good rally here going on. Tulak sa likod. Oh!
Sagaysay doing a good job. Nakita niya no, na ito Santiago at the back. And she stalled, so baka hindi niya mahabol yung bola. And good placement for Sagaysay. Good decision.
Timeout muna, Arellano.
Dapat nakaalalay ka na kay... Alam mo naman, napakabilis nun. Flexible yung katawan nun eh. Yan lang, mamaya, balikan mo sa TV ha. Yung candid camera mo yung gag-show mo dyan. O, meron pa. Pwede payakan pa yan. Pag dupik-dupik na yung bola, di... ilabas ang kamay. Diba? Itinulok mo lang.
Galing talaga ni Coach Obet, eh, no?
Ay, well, sabi nga natin, di ba? Hindi madaling maging coach. Sometimes galit ka. I mean, you know, you're trying to motivate your players in a different way. But sometimes you also have to take some humor into it, di ba?
Correct.
You're not only a coach, you're also a parent. You're also
mas
a
nakikilala
friend.
natin yung mga coaches, eh, no? Sa kanilang mga statements.
Remember, Adamson is just 2 points away to get game 1 itong lang best of 3 semis. So we take a look at another point here. Now this is 8 match points para sa Adamson Lady Falcons.
Adamson that time going for the smaller blocker, got the point.
Here's Camille Junicio seeing action just right to... Oh, and she hits it like that to the ace. And they'll like that. Ayan, Adamson Lady Falcons. Well, maybe an understatement if we say it's domination.
Domination talaga. 3 straight sets. You know, Adamson, hindi sila nawala ng pool. They were still, you know, they knew exactly what they were going to do on the floor. Yung mga tira nila, not all were strong hits. Most of them were controlled hits. Alam nila kung saan nilalagay yung bola, nakikita nila yung butas, nagagawa nila ng paraan kahit na merong blockers in front. But you know, Arellano, ang ganda rin naman ng linabas ni Tira-Tira, Servidad, Villaflores, but they just have to be faster in recovery and more resilient in the attacks, from the attacks of Adamson.
Kaya nga sabi ni Coach Obet kanina, tignan mo ulit yung coverage. Ginawa nating live stream. 25-23, 25-19, 25-16. Adamson is ahead already dito sa ating semifinals by taking Game 1. And talk about consistency in being the leader and being the Wonder Woman ng Lady Falcons, Chiki.
Si Nitura kasi very smart player, whether in front or at the back. She doesn't hit the ball strongly. Ayan, kita mo yun, meron siya mga rolled hits, meron power tips, meron siya mga hulog over the blocks. She really thinks before she hits the ball.
No hold back para sa ating Move It player of the game na si Shai Nitura ng Adamson Lady Falcons. Yes, that's right. We know we're still going to see you in action tomorrow for Game 2 of the semis. For now, well, just cherish the win. At eto, magtatagpo nga sila. 1-0 na para sa Adamson laban sa Arellano, and still to come. Of course, meron din tayo yung FEU mamaya laban sa Benilde. Pero men's ang susunod natin also in the semis. UST versus FEU when we come back.